Okay, very good evening to everyone. So as usual, we're going to start our monthly Dhamma discussion, Dhamma talk, Dhamma sermon. So I kindly request every one of you to put your palms together and recite Namo Tassa 3 times to observe the precepts. Namo Tassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Saranaгаmanang sampunnang panatipatha veramani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācārā veramani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. Surāmēraya majjapamā daṭṭhāna veramani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. Tisaranena saddhim pañcasīlaṃ dhammaṃ sādhukaṃ surakkitaṃ kattvā appamādena sampādetabbhaṃ. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear friends in the Dhamma, meritorious children, you all are very happily welcome to our monthly Dhamma talk in English. And as you all know that we have been conducting and you have been participating for this series of Dhamma talk since the first day I started. I think it's around 2019. So I'm happy to continue today as well. So today, if you were listening to me last month, and if you have listened to me last month, we talk about one of the discourses of the Buddha. It is about crows, kind of animals. We talk about kind of birds. So the Buddha has compared the qualities of a crow to a human beings. Like crows, they have 10 bad qualities. So the Buddha said that if you have these 10 qualities in human being, so that human beings can be considered as living human crows, right? So last Dhamma talk, I talked about 5 qualities, bad qualities of a crow out of 10. So today I'm going to teach you the other 5 bad qualities of a crow. Okay, I'm not going to explain to you the first 5 because I have already talked about these 5 qualities. If you want to know about those 5 bad qualities of a crow, so the Dhamma talk is on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, you just type Dhamma Sarana, and then you can see all the talks that I have given and talked. Okay, so listen carefully. Today we do not have many audience, but it's okay because maybe they might have gone to somewhere or they might have do something else. They might have some other dedications. It's okay. So today I'm going to tell you about the other bad 5 qualities of a crow. Have you seen a crow? Yes, it is someone, it likes magpie. Have you seen magpies here? A lot, right? There are a lot. So this crow is someone who is close to or similar to a magpie or magpie. So this crow, they have some kind of crows. They have some kind of bad qualities. Okay. So the Buddha, the name of this discourse is called Kaka Sutta. Kaka discourses on crows. Okay. We call them Kaputa in Sinhala language. So in English, it is called crow, right? So today let's talk about the other 5 bad qualities of the crow. Okay, listen carefully. Okay, so the sixth quality of a crow, bad quality of a crow is akaru nikocha. Akaru nikocha. Crows are less compassionate animals, right? Less compassionate animals, birds, crow. Okay. They are very cruel, kind of cruel birds. Okay. And they are very less compassionate birds, if I say. Actually, they don't help other birds, other animals. Okay. If you go to Sri Lanka, you might have seen or you can see gathering of group of crows in terms of attacking other chicks or other birds. Okay, if they find some dangerous things or birds of other sect or other clan, so they come and attack as a group, right? They kill other innocent birds, other innocent chicks. Okay, that is why they are considered as less compassionate birds. Okay, they are less compassionate birds, crows. So there, maybe you may not have a experience of the crow because in Australia there are not many crows around here. But if you are in Sri Lanka, you can see sometime many places a group of crows gathered together and attack other birds. Okay, that's why they are called less compassionate animals, crows. Today we want to know about, are we like crows? Are we human beings who have less compassion? Are you the one who has less compassion? Right? Sometimes human beings can be considered as less compassionate living beings, right? So sometimes some human beings, they act like less compassionate crows, right? They have, sometimes human beings are very cruel, more cruel than animals actually, right? That is one of the qualities of the crow. Okay, less compassionate birds, crows are. So what is compassion, children? What is compassion? What do you understand about compassion? Do you have any ideas of compassion? Yeah, compassion, it is called in Pali karuna, right? Karuna means, it defined as like this: Paradukke sati sadhunang hadayang kampanang karoti ti karuna. So whenever you see someone who is in danger, if you see someone in trouble, so your heart must be aching, right? Your heart must be aching whenever you see someone who is in trouble, someone who is in danger, right? It could be an animal, it could be a human being, or anyone else. If someone is in trouble, so if someone is in a poor condition, so your heart should be aching. That is called compassion, right? That sometimes girls are very compassionated sometimes. When the girls see dogs, puppies, sometimes they have cute puppies, right? They have such kind of expressions. Oh, beautiful puppy, or beautiful dog, or beautiful puppy. In that way, girls mostly they express their compassions towards animal. But do you do with the human beings as well? Do you act like the way you act with the animals? Sometimes people may not, right? Sometimes people may not. So whenever you act in that way together with animals, at the same time, at the same way, you have to act with the human beings as well. Whenever you see a poor boy, whenever you see a poor girl from some particular countries, especially from India or from Sri Lanka or Africa, so your heart should be aching. Oh, poor boy, oh, poor girl. Mommy, daddy, we must send some money, or we must send some clothes, or we must send some material things for these destitute families. So you must have such kind of compassion towards all living beings, okay? Without considering don't ever think for animal we should spread our compassion more than humans. We should equally express our compassion towards all living beings without any classification. Understand? Yeah. So next time, children, if you see those type of innocent, destitute people in the world, please show some compassion to them, okay? Oh, poor monk, we should some chocolate to monks, so sometimes like that also, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you see like that, so we can spread our loving compassion, okay? Compassion is a very important, great quality we should develop, okay? It is a very important quality. The Buddha said we must be like a bird who has two wings. The birds usually use two wings to what? To do what? To fly away, right? So we human beings should be like birds who has two wings. One wing should be like compassion. The other wing should be like wisdom. So the wisdom and compassion are important qualities that human must have, right? So one wing is wisdom, the other wing is compassion. Understand? So these two, compassion and wisdom, need to be there in human life. Okay, without these two qualities, human beings are like living crows. Okay, don't be a living crow, living human crows. Okay, don't be like them. So we are human beings, so we must have wisdom and compassion together. Understand? So when we talk about this compassion in Buddhism, compassion has given a very specific and important place in Buddhism. You know that? There are four sublime qualities, four divine qualities you can find in Buddhism. Metta, loving kindness; karuna, compassion; and mudita, appreciative joy; and the last one is equanimity or equanimous, upekka, right? Metta, karuna, mudita, upekka. So the compassion is one of them. right? Compassion is one of them. So you can find these compassion in your father and mother, right? So father and mother, they always practice this compassion to the fullest level, or to the greatest extent, right? Without any classification. Whenever their children face some troubles, so without taking risk, or without even considering about their life, they take the risk to take care of the children who are in danger. Okay, I remember when I was a little boy, I used to go to the temple at night to listen to the talks, or whenever we went outside at night to take part in any kind of event. So I remember that my mother always cover me with the blanket. Why? Because she knows that if I fall asleep, the mosquitoes may come and bite me. Okay, and she knows that I may get distracted by wind, cold weather. So having considered all the situation of the children, our parents, they practice this great quality of compassion. Okay, so they are the most human beings who has compassion towards their children without any classification. Okay, so that's why our parents are considered Mahabrahma, one of the greatest religious teachers in the world, right? Mahabrahma. He is the founder of Hindu religion. And people believe that he is the one who created the world, okay, according to their religion. So he has these four qualities, Mahabrahma. So our parents, they also have this great quality, okay. So children, I have a question. If I asked you who is the most compassionated being who has appeared, or who appeared in this world so far, who is that person? Who is the most compassionated person who has appeared in this world so far, according to your understanding? Who do you think? Yeah? Lord Buddha. Yeah, Lord Buddha is the most compassionated human being which appeared in this world so far, right? Why? Because you know that after he got his enlightenment, he could have kept silent actually. He could have ignored all the other people. Why? Because he had done what he has to be done, and he had completed what he has to be completed. No more, right? His vision was completed. His goal was completed, right? So therefore, actually he could have kept silent and kept quiet without considering all the other beings, but he was not like that. He considered about all living beings in this world, right? Animal, human being, he considered all of them, right? And he started teaching his discovery, his message to the living being, to the mass, to the common people. Because Buddha knew, and he understood the reason why people were suffering, the reasons of their destitute conditions of life. So that's why Buddha wanted to teach them his discovery, his beautiful teachings. Okay, so that's why we can consider how compassionated the Buddha was, right? And he said in this way, okay, there's a beautiful stanza. It goes like this: Buddho ham bodhisami, mutto ham mochaye pare, tinno han taraisami, sansaro gama bhaya. He said, I am the Buddha, I have become the Buddha, and I will make others realize it, right? I will make others realize it. I have released from suffering, and I will get others released from suffering. I have crossed the samsara, existence of births and deaths. That's called samsara. and I will get others crossed death and births of existence. Because this is existence of birth and death really dangerous. Okay, so that was the proclamation of the Buddha, right? So he was such a compassionate human being, enlightened person, who thought about all the other living beings, right? So from this quote, from this poem, from this gatha, we can understand how compassionate he was, right? He was such a compassionate human being. Furthermore, I want to tell you that, that Buddha had a special habit. He had a special habit, very good habit, okay? He had a special habit. Do you know what it was? What it was? He had a special habit. That every day, early in the morning, soon after he woke up, he used to look at the world. He used to see the world through his compassionated divine eye, right? Through his compassionated divine eye, to see were there anyone, or are there anyone who can get help from the Buddha, right? Who can get help from the Buddha every day early in the morning. That was his great habit, to see the world if there are any innocent people who can help him, who can get help from the Buddha, right? It is called Maha Karuna Samapattir Samavadinawa. So through his compassionated eye, divine eye, he looked at the world to see are there, or if there are any innocent people or person that Buddha can go and help, right? So there are some examples for you to understand. Have you heard about the story of the Sunita Sopaka? Right? Sunita Sopaka and Kisagotami Sopaka, Patachara Angulimala, and also Pukkusati, Mattakundali. So these people were very innocent and they were helpless. But Buddha, through his compassionated divine eye, the Buddha was able to reach them, and the Buddha was able to release them from suffering. Right? It is because of his great compassion, nothing else. It is because of his great, excellent compassion. So children, do you have good habits like that? What kind of habits do you have? Do you have habits like that? What kind of habits do you have? Yeah? No habit at all? Yeah, we must have habits, good habits, right? So, Buddha not only helped for the human beings, but also he helped animals as well. There's one example. Dhanapala elephant was helped by the Buddha, right? And not only for spiritual people, Buddha helped. Buddha even helped enemies as well, right? That Devadatta, Venerable Devadatta, right? Even the Devadatta was very aggressive towards the Buddha, but Buddha never ever created any anger towards him. He always showed his compassion to all beings. Okay, so what I want to tell is that, children, we also can practice this great quality. So when you walk on the street, if you happen to see people like poor people and hungry people, homeless people, injured people, and handicapped people and disabled people, what do you have to do? You have to help them, right? You have to help them having had aching heart by seeing them, right? Whenever you see them, you should not look down upon them. Instead of what you have to do, you should have aching heart, compassionated heart. or poor people or destitute people, Mom, we should go and help them. They are so innocent. We have to help them. So that is how we act, children, right? So that I remember that when I was a little boy, I used to go to some place. So many times I helped, that beggars and old people, sick people in Sri Lanka, if they want to cross the road, sometimes due to their sickness or old age, sometimes they can't move themselves. So I help them to cross the road. Right? So likewise, children, you also can do that. If you see any destitute or sick or innocent old person, please go and help them. Right? So you can provide them anything that you can give according to your capacities and abilities. Right? So it can be financially, you can donate some little amount of money if they need, or you can give them some food, clothes, shelter, right? All those things can be given to them, right? So that is the practice of compassion. That is how we should practice compassion towards all living beings. You know what? Children, every month, with the help of some devotees in Australia, in our temple, I contribute, I distribute some goodie packs to Sri Lankan innocent people, especially who are in my hometown. Right? My hometown is quite rural area. It is much far away from Colombo. It is called Anuradhapura. So the most of the people depend on farming, like farmers. Most of them are farmers. So nowadays, due to some other pacts, they can't cultivate paddy. Okay, that's some problem. So there are a lot of innocent people. So I contribute a little bit with the help of other families. Right? We buy some goodie packs, and we provide them. That's how we should practice this compassion. Um, so, children, you don't I'm a monk. I still can practice that. As you human beings, we all can come together, and we can help all those innocent people. Okay, you are very fortunate. You all are very fortunate human beings. You don't have such kind of destitute light conditions, right? Because your parents all they have done much better, much better. They have provided you much better living condition, right? So that's why you don't have to worry about things. But there are a lot of innocent people in this world who has nothing, who has got nothing actually. Understand? So therefore, please always consider. Not only that, children. If you see any animals who are in danger. So when you walk on the road, sometimes you may see some injured animals, or animal which has some problems, flying problems. So you can help them. You can provide water, or you can provide them with food. I don't know, it is legal or illegal feeding birds in Australia. I am not sure about that. But in your home, you can do it if you really like feeding birds. Okay, maybe fruits, maybe nuts, maybe not rice, because maybe if they eat rice, maybe their body becomes so heavy, right? So maybe nuts or fruits can be given to them. Okay. So sometimes our Sunday school children, I see when they bring the to temple, sometimes I see few times I saw that as very little girls and boys, very small, someone like you. That sometimes we have on the floor, we have little bit bugs. I don't know what is the exactly name for that creatures. It's a small black color bugs, I think. They come and collect them. They come and collect and bring them and release outside. Right? They don't even use the paper or anything else. They just use their naked hands. They just use their hands and pick them up and bring them outside. So they have that kind of beautiful compassion, right? So that's how we should act. Okay, if you see some animals who are in danger or injured, don't disgust them. Okay, don't think, oh, this disgusting animal. So don't ever say that. Okay, just help them, right? That's how we should act. How we should use compassion. No, that is the bad quality of a cross. Don't be like living cross. Okay, so don't be like less compassionated cross. Okay, be more compassionated human beings. Understand? So that is the first point. The sixth point of a Buddha explained in this sutta. Okay, the seventh one, children. He said, crows are like dubbalocha. What do you mean by dubbalocha? Dubbalocha means crows are weak animals. They are not really strong physically and mentally. They are like weak animals. Okay. So what happens if you act like crow? If you are not strong physically and mentally, if you are a lazy person, you can't be progressed in your daily life, right? So sometimes you know that most of the time lazy people postpone their activities, or sometimes they give up, right? Do you do like that? Do you postpone your daily activities because of laziness? Do you? No. You? No, right? Yeah. You should not do that, children. If you act like that, if you always attacked by laziness, you will never be a successful person, right? Laziness is kind of a hindrance, right? So you have to get rid of from your laziness, right? It blocks your way. It stop your success. Okay, so lazy person or weak person always postpone their things. Okay, they have negative thinkings all the time. You know that how they act like that. So this is how they act. Oh, today the weather is too hot. I can't do my studies. I can't do my day-to-day activities. Weather is too hot, mom. I can't go out. You see, its temperature today 36, 40. I can't do that. And so then people postpone things and then say, Mom, Dad, today weather is too cold. I want to sleep more. I can't go to school because if I go outside, I may get cold. I may get hay fever. So it is better. I would rather stay on the bed and sleep. So that's how lazy people act. And not only that, oh mom, it's going to be a rainy day today. Look at the clouds. Cloudy clouds are there. So I think it's going to be a rainy day today. So it's better if I can stay at home. So they postpone going to school, doing their day-to-day activities, thinking about the weather. Okay, not only that, mom, dad, I have eaten a huge meal today. I can't I can't carry my stomach. I feel like dizzy, lazy. So I don't want to eat. I don't want to do my homework. Can I do it a few hours later, please? So this is how people act. Lazy people act like that, right? Not only that, people say, "Oh, mom, I'm hungry. I'm starving. Can I have food first, please? Can I have a chocolate first, please? Then I will do my homework. I'm starving. I will do it later." So that's how lazy people postpone their things. Do you do like that? No, right? Don't ever postpone things. If you postpone things like that, you can be considered as a lazy, weak, living crow. Okay, your father, parents may tell you, oh, you are a living lazy crow because you always postpone things. Okay, don't ever be like that. But it is okay if you come back home from a long hours swimming, playing basketball, or playing cricket, or taking part of other school events. That is all right to postpone things because you have done heavy work today. But just playing computer games all the time, just watching the TV all the time, then if you say, I can't do my homework, I'm tired, that is not the way. That is not right way. Right? So, therefore, children, if you are supposed to do something today, you must do it today itself. Should not postpone things. You know that in order to do those things, we should have a goal in our life. What is your goal? What is your ambition, Buddha? What is your ambition? What do you want to be? Who you want to be? Huh? Surgeon. And you? Lawyer. Yeah, see, we all should have goals in our life. If we have proper goals, we can proceed to that goal, right? Then we can start working hard to go our goals. You know that when I was a small boy, one of my relatives asked, Buddha, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? I say, I want to be a bus driver. I want to be a bus driver. Why are you laughing? Becoming a bus driver is also a good job, right? So without having bus drivers, how can we go from one place to another place? Right? If you want to go to Sri Lanka, how do you go? Yeah? No? Plane, right? You had to fly. So who is the driver, or who drives the plane? Yeah? Pilot. Yeah, see, pilot also kind of a driver. So becoming a driver was a good, not so bad. So if we do not have all those professions, all those jobs, it is not easy to survive, right? Like all those janitors, cleaners, carpenters, right? All those jobs we need to have. We should have some respect. We should respect all the professions, right? Professions of the people. So likewise, so children, we should be physically and mentally strong. So if you have laziness, please get rid of it. Okay, be energetic person and a strong person. Okay, you know, sometimes people more consider about their physical body, right? Physical body. That's why they go to gym, and sometimes they take vitamins which can create muscle gaining vitamins. Who is the most famous bodybuilder? Do you know? Yeah, guessed. Yeah, sorry. Wrestler, yeah, John Cena, Arnold, right? So they are like bodybuilders. But here, having only bodybuilding without wisdom also not good, right? So we must have both get a healthy mind and healthy body. Both needed to have, right? If you have only healthy body without healthy mind, that is not good. So the wisdom and healthy body, energetic person is really important. Okay, so don't be like lazy crows. Okay, that is the seventh one. Eighth one, uh, orvitacha. Orvitacha means crow has bad sound. Crows have bad sounds. Have you seen how the crows produce their sounds? Have you heard? Yeah? Yeah, like caw, 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 right? This is how crows produce the sounds. right? Make sounds. You know that in Sri Lanka, if you are in Sri Lanka, you can experience the sounds of the crow every day, every time. You know that there is a superstitious belief in Sri Lanka. Early in the morning, if a crow produces sounds, like if he say caw, being on a dead branch of a tree, having landed on a dead branch of a tree, then it can be considered as bad omen. So the people believe that something unpleasant going to happen in the village or around the village. Like maybe someone may die or a funeral may take place. That's how people believe if a crow produces sounds being on a dead branch of a tree. Understand? And on the other hand, people believe if a crow produces sounds being on a living branch, living, the one which the branch which has not dead yet, okay, living branch. The people believe that, oh, something good gonna happen, or one of relatives may come and visit us today. So sometimes some people, you know, that if the crows produces sounds like that, being in a living branch, so sometimes they keep the whole door closed all the day, pretending that no one is inside the house. They don't really like if any relatives come and visit. Sometimes some happen like that. So like that, children. Most of the time, unpleasant sounds, unpleasant words come from the mouth of a crow. Okay, because here we don't have many crows. That's why you can't hear the sounds. But if you are in Sri Lanka, you can hear their voice every time. Okay, so the sounds of the crows are not really pleasant to hear. They are not really meaningful, or they are not really good things, as this explained. I'm not discriminate the birds, but there are some birds whose sound so nice. Have you heard about the talking parrots? Right? Have you heard about the myna, talking mynas, the birds, kind of birds? Yeah, there are some. So what I want to tell is that, children, whenever you produce, when the words come out from your mouth, those words should be Madhurabhani and Pupabhani. Pupabhani and Madhurabhani. What do you mean by that? Madhurabhani means words like honey. I'm not asking you to call people honey, 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 not like that. But your words should be like honey, sweetness like honey, sweet like honey. Your words should be like that, right? Right? For example, if you see your close friend in the morning, how are you, my dear friend, right? How are you, my dear sister? How are you, my dear mother, father, right? So you can use some kind of sweet words to address people. That's called Madhura Bhani. Words should be like honey, okay? So next time, when you talk to your parents, don't talk aggressive words, okay? Use some pleasant words towards them, okay? And also Pupabhani, you should speak words like flowers. Flowers are very beautiful, right? So your words should be like flower, should be beautiful words, should not use unpleasant, ugly words, okay? There are some ugly, bad words also. So therefore, please use words like sweet honey, words like flowers, beautiful flowers, okay? So then you can have a peaceful environment within you, right? Sometimes you know that there is a saying. There is a saying. I want to tell you. There is a saying. Listen to that, okay? When you put words out, there is a saying. Like it goes like this: whatever bad words you say can be forgiven, okay? But whatever bad words you might say cannot be forgotten, okay? Cannot be forgotten. Why? because you understand, children, you can put words easily and hurt other people, right? Sometimes words hurt other people's a lot, understand? They can forgive you what you have said, but they will never ever forget. They will remember the words you have said. Okay, they maybe forgive what you have said, but they will never forget. They will always remember, oh, she said to me like that, I'm big hurt. She talked to me like that, I'm big hurt. She shouldn't have told me like this, I'm big hurt. So they can't forget it. It always comes, right? That is why it is always good if you can talk good words. Okay. So children, make sure when you talk about, when you produce words, those words should not be lies or gossip. Okay. And also should not backbiting. What do you mean by backbiting? Talk somebody behind back, right? Yeah, backbiting. So some people come and tell to your friends good about you, but when you are not around, and they go and tell to your friends, oh, he's like this, he's like that, she's like this, she's so egoistic, and she's so big-headed, so he's so big-headed. So the words can hurt people. So backbiting and telling lies, gossip, all those are not accepted in Buddhism, right? They are not really good. So your words should be Madhurabhani and Pupabhani, okay? Words like sweet, or like honey and flower. Then you can have a pleasant environment, and everybody will love you, and everybody will tell, oh, what a boy, what a beautiful girl, and what a beautiful boy. Look at the pleasant words, right? So that's how we should use the words Pupabhani and Madhurabhani, okay? So you know that words can really hurt people, understand? Sometimes physical actions still can be bearable, but words can kill people, understand? Words are very dangerous. You know why bully is taken place at schools? Why bully or bullying has become a problem in school? Why? Yes, because of words. Because of words. Some people may come and say, you are fat, you are thin, you are black, you are Asian, you are brown, you are black, you are pink, yellow, red, like that. People use some kind of negative, bad words. So those words can hurt the feeling of the people. Isn't that so? So how do you feel if someone come and tell, I am a black person, I am an Asian person? So how do I feel? I feel a big hurt. I'm big hurt. Isn't that so? That's why words, yep.
But like if somebody says something to me, sometimes like people say stronger and harsher words back.
Yeah, no, that's how people are going to react. If someone tells some bad words to them, then in return, people going to react harsh word in return, bad actions in return, right? That's why all this may happen because our words. If you can always speak pleasant and peaceful words, so nobody going to react aggressively with you. Understand? So that's why it is always good if we can talk good, pleasant words. Okay? And the number 9, muttassa teacher, forgetfulness. You know that the crows are like always, they are very hungry animal, hungry birds. The birds are very hungry birds. Always they look for food, right? I heard about if you want to release crows from hunger, it is better if you can add, some kind of ghee. Do you know ghee? It's made of milk, ghee. Take a wick pahantira, or take a piece of white cloth and absorb some kind of ghee onto that and let it eat, so he can get over from his hunger. Other time, all the time, he is hungry. He is hungry. Crows are very hungry. So they always look for food. You know that when they look for food, when they find some food, what they do? They bring them and hide. They bring them and hide. They hide food. Do you think crows can find the place where they hide food? Do you think? No, crows can't find the place. They are very forgetful birds. But dogs, can dogs find food, hide food? Yeah, sometimes dogs also hide food. Cats and dogs, they hide food. So the dogs and cats, they have the very good sense of finding things, right? But the crows, they do not have that kind of sense. So they always forget the place where they have kept the food secretly. So these crows always forgetful birds, right? So the forgetfulness is not good quality, right? Do you think forgetfulness is good? No. You know that sometimes some people put glass on their head and they look for glass everywhere, but it is on their head. I tell you one good story. One day, one devotee, this happened in this temple. One lady came to temple. In the morning, she came to temple and visited the temple. And then few hours later, after she returned back to home, she came back to temple again. And she talked to me, Bhante, in the morning, around this time, I came to temple and I did some offering and all those things. And I lost my glasses. I have lost my glasses. I looked it for everywhere in the pagoda area, Bodhi tree area, inside, but I couldn't find it. So when I was talking with her, I saw her glasses on her head. Yeah, they were on her head. It's putting here. Yeah, people like that. We are very forgetful, right? Sometimes me also, sometimes if I have a lot of things in the mind, so I easily forget things, right? That's why we have to be very mindful all the time. We have to develop mindfulness all the time. So if we can develop mindfulness all the time, we can improve our memory actually. Understand? So forget things is not good, right? So you know that what happens if you keep forgetting things? You suspect others, right? You suspect other people. Oh, he might have got my things. He might have stolen my thing. So if you are always forgetful person, you might suspect others, right? That is not good. And you can't remember things if you are forgetful. And also you can't perform really well in the exam if you are a forgetful person, right? You know that when I was like you, I studied a lot. And when I went to the exam, most of the time I forget a lot of things. I forgot a lot of things. So that is normal. But we had to develop our memory. We had to improve our memory. Children, up to how many times table you can memorize or you are able to count? Up to how many? Up to which number? Times table? Yeah? Times table up to what? You can remember. 12? Wow, that's very good. 12. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that is good. But if you can 25 times, that would be great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you can do like that. Yeah, that is very good. So, you know that in Sri Lanka, maybe you also eating gotukola. Do you eat gotukola? It's a kind of vegetable salad. Gotukola? Yeah. Yeah, gotukola has been universally accepted important ingredients enhance your memory, right? So please eat gotukola as much as possible. So if you can eat gotukola, if you can add gotukola salad every day for your meal, your memory will be improved. You can enhance your memory. Trust me, and it is universally has accepted and proved. So eat gotukola. That is very, very nutritional salad. Okay, eat good as much as possible. And so it is going to be we are on the right time now, so I make it very quick, short. So the last one, the number 10, okay, that is called nature ecocha. It's another bad quality of a crow. The crows always collect rubbish, right? Always collect rubbish. Have you seen? That is one of the bad qualities of a crow, collecting bad rubbish. Okay. So if you have seen a cage or nest of a crow in Sri Lanka, you can see all those rubbish. You can find iron sticks or a lot of bad things are there, stones, and small pieces of branch, piece of clothes, cottons, all those sort of bad things are there. So they always collect bad things. Do you collect things like that unnecessarily? Do you collect things unnecessarily? No, it is not good, right? Some people collect all the time, collect many things, but they don't really need them, but they collect. You know that I had a grandfather. My grandfather, he used to collect all those plastic cups and glass bottles. I don't know why he collected all those things. And his room was full of all those rubbish, plastic ice cream cups and the glasses and bottles, right? All those are collected. All those had been collected by my grandfather, but they are not really important, right? So children, they are like rubbish. Why do we have to collect rubbish, right? So don't ever collect unnecessary stuffs. If you keep collecting unnecessary stuffs, what happen? Your room become like what is called like storage. Become like a storage. Yeah. Yeah, your room will be like a small rubbish bin, okay? Like a warehouse. Your house could be a warehouse, putting all those rubbish. If you collect rubbish all the time, okay? Then collecting things too much or too many things is not really good, right? Yeah, it is like a crow, right? So sometimes you know that not only that, people. You have to understand what you need and what you want. There are big difference in between need and want. What do you need? Can you tell me, can you come up with few things that you really need? Yeah? Food, clothes, yeah? Water, home, yeah? Money, yeah. Yeah, food, clothes, water, and shelter, home. These are considered as basic needs. So these are really important to our life. But you might have wants as well. You may want something as well. What can you come up with something that you really want? Lamborghini, Ferrari, all right? Yeah, what else? Barbados. Sorry? Yeah, plastic cricket set. Yeah. These are not. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah. See, see, these are wants, your wants, but they are not really important. What happens if you keep collecting the things you really want rather than you need? You will end up with huge mountain of rubbish in your room, right? So we always need to consider about our needs, not what we want, right? You could have a lot of wants, but you must understand what really you need, right? Sometimes some people, when they have a lot of money, they keep buying clothes, they keep buying shoes, and they demanding, requesting and they force their parents to buy shoes and clothes again and again. Still they have very new shoes, pair of shoes. They are still usable, but they keep asking. Right? That is not really good. Right? Especially girls, they like to shopping. They like going for shopping. Right? But we have to understand the needs. Right? We still can use something again and again. That's why even if you go to Australia, in Australia, you can sometimes you can see uh, in plastic bags they have put the label reusable, right? You can reuse again, so the bags can be reused and other stuffs can be reused, right? So your clothes can be reused as well, they are reusable, shoes, right? So don't demand always, okay? Don't look for what you want, look for what you really need. Understand? That is really good. You know that sometimes some people in the world, they collect a lot of money, collect a lot of money, and they just enjoy alone without contributing to poor people, without doing any charitable activities. Right? In the world, people do like that. Right? That is not really good. I heard that maybe last year or a few years ago, Bill Gates was the richest man in the world, right? Bill Gates, yeah, Bill Gates, yeah, Bill Gates, yeah, he was the richest man in the world. Maybe a few years ago, I don't know, if still he's or someone else. So Elon Musk, yeah, now, right? He used to, he still practice giving some money to African countries, right? Some money for their studies, basic needs in Africa. I heard that. Yeah. That's how people should act. So, children, what I want to tell is that if you have two chocolates, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? If you have two pieces of chocolate, what do you need to do? Just enjoy yourself or share with someone else? Share. Sharing and caring are the good things in our life, right? So if you have two clothes, extra clothes, so please, you can share with your friends if they really need, right? That is how we should act, children. Okay, you know that there is a one greedy man during the times of the Buddha, very greedy. His name was Todeya Brahman. He was really greedy. He was so much attached to his wealth, right? He had a strong attachment to his wealth, and when he was about to die, he still had a strong attachment to those properties and wealth. What happened then? He died and he was reborn again as a dog in that family. Right? So that's why if I want to tell you, if you are very much attached to your properties and money, without sharing and without giving anyone, so you may have very strong attachment. And if you have very strong attachment to greed towards your wealth and money, so your future existence will be unfortunate as well. Okay, because greediness or greed is very dangerous. Strong attachment is very dangerous. Okay, so if you have something extra, share with others, give others. That is how we should practice. Okay, so that is all about today's Dhamma talk. So the last quality, you should not collect unnecessary things. Okay, sometimes you know that some devotees, I don't know here, but in Sri Lanka, maybe sometime here also, when they clean their house, they bring all the stuff to temple, all items, all expired items, and they bring and put in there. Especially broken Buddhist statues, they bring and put in the temple. And they sometimes the other stuffs, very old and used stuffs, they bring in here. But the temple is not the rubbish collecting place. Why people bring and put them here? Right? Yeah. Yeah, if they don't need them, they can put them into hard rubbish, or they can bring them to there are a lot of places in here, right? Can bring and put your things like community centers. I remember Lion Community Service, Lion Club. Yeah, there are some places you can bring your things and place for other people usage. Okay, yeah, that's how we should do. So don't be like collecting crows. Okay, just get what you need, not what you want. You have a lot of wants, but choose what you need. Okay, that is all about today's Dhamma talk. I wish you all the best, and may the triple gem always bless you. Okay, so try not to be a living human crow. Okay, try to be a good human beings. Okay, I wish you all the best.